Hey guys, it's Finya. That is of course FYNN. Thank you so much. We are so close to 100 subscribers. So if you wouldn't mind just helping me reach that final mark, yes you, to get 100 subscribers, hit that subscribe button, the like button, the share button. We are so close and I can't do it without you. So thank you so much for helping me grow this channel a lot faster than I thought I would. And of course, yeah, Finn Cross Football is my Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. You guys can follow that out and see when I do upload. And yeah, I'm really glad lots of new people are on this channel lately. So just in case you guys aren't aware of who I am, I did make a Who Am I video. You guys can check that in the card above. You can click that button and I think you guys will thoroughly enjoy that. Okay, now of course this is a part 2. I did make a part 1 on the first top 10 teams in the Premier League. And you guys can check that out if you are interested. I thought that was a really interesting video to make. And yeah, I thought it was one of my better videos to make, honestly. Yeah, but you guys did request a part 2, so I am delivering for you. Okay. Now, of course, sorry, I am wearing a beanie. It is raining. I just got home from school and I'm not going to have a chance to upload this entire weekend. So I thought I'll do it right now because I want to make a video for you. And yeah, it is a Manchester United beanie. I don't have any other beanies available. And yes, the City thing still hurts, but it's either that or Liverpool wins the title. And you know, I'll be fine.
I'm bleeding out, so it's the last thing that I do.
Okay, so of course let's start off this with the second most loyal player in the Premier League, which is Mark Noble. He has been at West Ham for just over 14 years. Sadly, he has 0 England caps. But he had the opportunity to play for Ireland. But unlike a certain teammate in an Ireland-England situation, we're not going to mention Declan Rice's name because that would be rude. But yeah, unlike him, he chose to stay loyal to his nationality, whether he gets picked or not. And he has over 400 appearances for West Ham, which, I mean, I think West Ham players and West Ham fans just treasure him. And yeah, I can see why. I mean, to be able to stay at a club for that long is just incredible. I can't imagine that. Okay, now second, of course, Crystal Palace has the most loyal player in the Premier League with just under 15 years. They do have Speroni, of course, the goalkeeper. 4 times Crystal Palace Player of the Year. Is 39 years old, so he is, of course, getting on a bit. He's been there since 2004. I mean, I was 3 years old when he joined them. He has had 371 appearances for them, which I think is just madness. I can't imagine that. The most loyal player in the Premier League to be there for that long, and just, I mean, huge congratulations to him for being able to do that. And yeah, well done. Next one, of course, is Dummett. I think that's how you pronounce it, from Newcastle. He is 27 years old now. But he did join their youth in 2000, but only got promoted a few years later. And I think he has been there for just less than 9 years, which is just absolutely phenomenal. Of course, Newcastle, he's been there since they've been relegated, promoted, and he's been one of their most loyal players. And you have to say, for him to be able to stay at the club, whether it was his choice or not, because I don't know if someone wants to buy someone who is in a relegated club. It's very rare, unless it's Shaqiri. But yeah, well done to him for that loyalty with the up and down of Newcastle itself. Next, of course, is Bournemouth's Daniels, who's been there for just over 7 years, and he's only been there for 2 days longer than what Cook has been there for. And you have to say well done to Daniels. Of course, he's just been a rock star at the back, along with Nathan Acker from Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth, I really expect it to be a lot higher up in this table. I expect Bournemouth to finish closer to 10th than what they are. And I think they really have crumbled and they need a lot of work. But Eddie Howe's men are very strong, very good together. But overall, I have to say well done to Daniels for being able to pursue what he really needs to for that Bournemouth team. He did start his professional career off at Tottenham Hotspurs. And he did play at a few clubs, and he actually initially joined Bournemouth on a loan before he joined them permanently, and I think that's a really good signing for them, considering I highly doubt they thought they would keep him for that long. Next one is Burnley. Burnley's longest term signing is me. No, of course, not me, but more than 7 years is Ben Mee. I think, of course, he's been one of the most loyal players, and I think Bournemouth have a really good team, but they're not doing what they need to with them. Of course, they've been close to relegation in the last few years, and they've been close to Europa. Oh, well, they were Europa. They were 7th last season, and I think what they've been able to do is incredible, but they really do crumble, and I don't know what it is that makes them crumble, because they've got attack, they've got defenders, they've got goalkeepers, but they can't give away players. Like, I know it was a year or two ago now, but Michael Keane, I thought they should have tried as hard as possible to hold on to him, because I think that was a make it or break it kind of deal. Of course, Southampton is next with Ward-Prowse, and yeah, just less than 7 years, and the man is the best when it comes to free kicks I've ever seen. And as I said, he is their most loyal player, but he is only 24 years old now, and not even a handful of England national caps, and I think he's got a lot more in him. And of course, as I said, young English player with lots of potential, which, by the way, if you haven't seen, quick cheeky plug, I have made a young English international video of what I think the England team will look like in 5 years from now. You can click the card above there. I've made a whole bunch of young teams, whether it's England, France, or Germany. I have made those videos, so you guys can check those out. Lewis Dunk is the one next for Brighton. Of course, he's been there for just less than 9 years. He is a one club man, except for the year or the time where he went out to Bristol on loan. But yes, he is a one club man, and I think he has to be so happy with what he has achieved with Brighton. I think for him to be able to go from League One all the way, or from wherever he's gone from with Brighton, all the way to the Premier League, I think he's really proud of what he's been able to do. I think he's been in League One Team of the Year, and I think credit to him. I've seen him play, and he's one of the actually most underrated players in the lower teams of the Premier League. Next, of course, is Cardiff. I think Cardiff have been so unlucky this season. I think they've fought hard, but I think there's been lots of decisions that have gone against them that have actually just ruined them, especially when it came to VAR, and that in lots of their recent games, I think they shouldn't have lost, and VAR did mess them up, so that's so unlucky for them. But yeah, their most loyal player is Gunnarsson. Of course, he has been there for just less than 8 years, and the young, or not the young, 30-year-old Icelandic player is a crucial part of Cardiff. But as I said, these are the last 3 teams I'm mentioning, and you have to wonder which players do you think will get signed back into the Premier League once they are relegated. Yeah, because unless you're a player like Shaqiri, it's very hard. But yet again, we all thought Jack Butland would get signed up, and here he is still at Stoke. So we'll have to see what happens in terms of signing in the relegation zone. Bettinelli, with just less than 7 years for Fulham, he is no longer the first choice goalkeeper for Fulham, because obviously Fulham spent over £100 million in the transfer window in the beginning of the season, and they built such a rock star team, and it's so disappointing to see what it's all turned into. I think we expected a lot more from them, from Fulham. I expected them to be much higher on the list, but yeah, of course, what you're going to do, I think they haven't had that many loyal players. Of course, as I said, they've been bringing in, so no wonder their most loyal player hasn't been there for that long compared to everyone else on this list. But you have to wonder where a player like Ryan Sessegnon is going to end up next season, if he's going to get re-signed to a bigger club, the kind of young potential. And finally on the list, we have Huddersfield, and Huddersfield has Tom Smith. Tom Smith has been there for just less than 7 years. Of course, I'm not going to talk about him for too long, because he hasn't really achieved much with Huddersfield, because Huddersfield did go down. Lots of people expected them to be last season, so I have to say well done to them for staying up a bit longer, and hopefully a player like Tom Smith can be able to help them regain something next year and bring them back up to the Premier League. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I won't be able to upload until probably Tuesday. I'm so glad there are so many new faces on this channel. I hope you guys enjoy the content. And of course, this is FYNN Finn. Cheers, stay awesome.